Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the Buzz, we are talking power outages. And we don't mean the Red Sox offense. Can't score a run to save their lives. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
At one point yesterday, there were more than 130,000 power outages in Rhode Island, thanks to Tropical Storm Isaias, of course. More than we had during Superstorm Sandy back in 2012.
It's crazy, and crews are still working up until right now because many of you are still without power. Some were lucky enough to keep it. But it brought up the conversation of, well, first of all, did you lose power? And what do you do when you lose power? How do you pass the time? Because there are some instances when you know, hey, listen, hang tight, it'll be a little while. So many people are glued to their televisions and everything else that you've got to start brainstorming and just having some fun, especially if you got little ones in the house. If you got kids, now you need to keep them entertained, and you can't say go outside.
Because it's dangerous.
It's crazy, it's dangerous,
right.
Yeah.
I will say I was lucky enough not to lose power. I don't live nearby. A lot of people don't realize this. I commute in from Ohio, so I didn't lose power yesterday.
You make really good time.
I do, thank you, every single day. I did. So yesterday, just after 4 p.m., I live in East Providence, of course, and went out, and I said, well, what am I going to do? So I read for hours at a time, probably for like 3 straight hours. I caught up on some books, and it is nice. At the same time, I will say, because it is 2020 and we are so technological dependent, I did start to think, not necessarily what am I missing out on in terms of Twitter or news or stuff like that, but what am I not doing that I need to be doing usually at this time of day? I'm always working on something at the computer, whether for the show or something like that, or just daily tasks. You feel like I should be doing something productive right now.
But I also like that it causes you not to do anything productive, because I think that is like the small silver lining. Even during the time that we're in right now, even during this pandemic, it's caused a lot of people to step back and go, hang on a second, let me just reassess. Maybe this is the pull on the reins that I needed a little bit, just the same thing when you lose power during a snowstorm or during a hurricane. Even as a kid, I remember being like, let's play a board game, let's all get together, let's play cards, let's, you gather all the flashlights and things, and maybe you're just, snooping through the house as it gets darker, and that's fun as a kid because you're, kind of living by candlelight, if you will. So it does kind of make you step back, but that was a big thing for us. It was always like the board games, the toys, just kind of break everything out, and now it's, do I even have a book that I want to read?
Right.
Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, no, I've been, I don't talk about this too often, but I've been practicing a little guitar, doing some lessons and stuff. I know I'm not performing on the road show. That will never happen. This is just for my own enjoyment, because I always wanted to become a little better. So I just sat down and played a little bit, did some practicing, did some reading. So whatever a hobby is, or maybe a task that you've been putting off, it seems strange to be talking about that now. Oh, yesterday you had time to do things. Well, we've all had time to do things now since March, so to speak. But maybe, without power, you had to get a little bit more creative. And that's just great when you said board games, just sitting down, enjoying each other's company. And what can we do? We're in this right now. We got to pass the time.
Right. Or eat all the ice cream. There was one storm that it was going to be so long, I remember, and it was like, I don't even think the things in the freezer are going to last. And now the ice cream started to get to be that weird texture. So guess we got to eat all the ice cream and the popsicles.
Sure. So yesterday I was thinking about what I had in my fridge and my freezer. Now, you know I'm obsessed with ice cream. I have Sunday, the Kirby Castle every so, but I always have like a lot of different varieties on hand in the freezer. So I was on the phone with my dad and I said, it's really melting and his fridge is still, guys, can I come put my ice cream in your freezer? He's like, yeah, how many do you have? And I was like, four or five.
And does he have a small freezer?
It's kind of slim, so I went over and I'm like jamming it in there. So one of the quarts was almost, so I just ate the
rest. There you go. Let me take care of this. There's not enough room here.
He wasn't there when I went over, so I jammed it into his freezer. And I said, just so you know, I somehow got it in there. I'm like, I don't know. When he opened it, he was probably like, oh, give me a break.
Right. Either that or it all came pouring out. Maybe he was happy about it.
Maybe, Now he'll be eating it.
Exactly. Anytime you need to store extra ice cream, we'll take it.
All right, good to know. Let's see what our social media friends have to say about this topic here today. James is up for us. I lost power 3 times for brief moments when the peak of the storm hit Attleboro. Would have been okay, but I was in the middle of watching a horror movie.
Oh, and that'll freak you out, huh? Watching a scary movie and then you lose power? Yikes. Sure. Dennis was lucky enough to maintain power, but he shares part of his power loss equipment, which includes a good old-fashioned AM/FM battery-operated transistor radio, and believe it or not, a couple of hurricane lamps that were saved from years ago.
Roulette DW adds here he decided to shut the lights off anyway and used it as an excuse to play board games with the kids. Perfect opportunity.
They didn't know either way. And Melissa is still waiting for her power to come back. Yeah, like a lot of people are. But luckily, they do have a generator for the refrigerator. Save the ice cream. She says, looks like a walk around the block today and maybe go into the pool and play a game of, I love this, cleaning up the leaves since we can't use the pool vacuum.
I love that. You make an activity out of
Everyone wins, loses? I don't know.
Hey, a clean pool is a happy pool and everyone wins. Thanks for chiming in. Leave your comments in the Buzz topic each morning on Facebook. Follow us at The Rhode Show on all social media. We may use your comments right here on the show.